Hey everybody, welcome. Today we're going to get back to the project archives and we are going to check out a really cool idea I had. So I wanted to build a bike rack that could take any size tire but still grab the front of it. Kind of like a cam can fit in any size crack when you're going rock climbing. And it does that based on the angle of the lobes. And so they basically have a logarithmic spiral that allows them to continuously have the right amount of friction, regardless of how wide they are open. So with that in mind, I created the any-sized tire rack. And basically, your tire would go into it and then lock. And so if you had a small tire, then it would fit fine. And if you had a really big tire, it would also fit fine. So it would work from fat tires all the way down to tiny road bike tires. So one of the first things I needed to do was review the bigwalls.net CAMS Tech Review article from 1985. So basically, this was written by John Middendorf, and it goes into how the logarithmic spiral for a climbing cam allows you to have a consistent angle for friction for each different point around the spiral, which then equates to basically the same contact angle for things that are different distances away, because the spiral will rotate and maintain that contact angle for you. So for climbing cams, it's about 14.5 degrees, as you can see right here. Well, the problem with that is that's not the same as what I want for a tire and a rim and all the variation in there. And also, I'm not looking at metal on rock. I'm looking at rubber on rubber and metal. So those are a bit different. So what I did is end up making my own logarithmic spiral in SolidWorks and ended up with a little bit of a different angle. I ended up with a 25-degree contact angle every single 10 degrees of rotation. And so it's a little bit chunky, but it ended up making something that worked really well. And as you can see here, basically my two logarithmic spirals worked in unison, always keeping a 25-degree contact angle on the rim in question as it came in. I went through about 5 iterations testing cam angles and designs. Eventually I learned that I needed to have rubber on the edges of the cam in order to protect the rims. I didn't want to damage anyone's carbon rims. So I could test it with fat bikes and it would let the fat rim through, and so it was going to be able to fit any bike size. It fit regular bikes, skinny road bikes, it fit big fat tire bikes. It was all great. So I ordered some parts and then had it mounted on my wall to test out. I even designed up an entire mountain bike rack to test out, but I don't think anybody wanted something that looks so ridiculous on the back of their car. So ultimately, the any size tire rack didn't quite work out like I was hoping it would. Again, it was a little bit hard because every time you had something in there, if you wanted to get it out, it required an extra hand to move the lobes out of the way so you could then free the tire out of the system. But it also was super secure, and I never lost a bike whenever I tried it out on the back of the car. So I don't know. I think the big thing was the cost factor. It was way too much to manufacture this. And eventually we moved to a handlebar system that grabs the handlebars, which is what Chuck Rack currently uses right now on our bike racks that we sell. So I hope you guys like this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll keep sharing with you guys some other cool stuff that I've got going on. Thanks.